And what makes you small, and the ones who mother gives you don't do anything at all. God's got it when she's 10 feet tall. And you go chasing rabbits, and you tell them all.
All right, guys. Bringing it back to the old school. What's up, everybody? Sorry about that. A lot going on today. Gray skies here, dreary. Ain't seen the sun in days. And it's detrimental to my very existence in this reality. But anybody in Florida? Anybody in Florida in here now? What's good, Rick James, Tat P, Cuts, J True? Anybody in Florida right now in the chat? Hopefully everybody's okay. I heard there's some power outage. I heard they shut the power off. 70, 50, 60, 70, 80 mile an hour winds, hyping it up like they always do, to create a water flood rain mess. So hope everybody is, safe. If you're riding through the hurricane, let's see. Let me see. Let me check it out. I usually always up on top of these hurricane events and shit like that, but let's see what we're working with. Okay. Past. Alright. The past is like right by the so-called eye is by Fort Myers. It's gonna move its way up. Heavy rains, obviously. Is it CGI that making it look like a swirling hurricane? High probability in this day and age, and it's just a bunch of wind and rain, and they do it in micro bursts all across the nation. But nevertheless, my parents and grandparents are on the east side of Florida. Well, they're good right now because they're on the east side. The Gulf Coast is where this is coming up. So interesting to see, where this hurricane heads, but I know the damage. Usually how this goes is it always ends up being Georgia and the Carolinas that get really the brunt of it with massive amounts of rain, just massive amounts of rain. So, and then Florida usually just gets, it just looks like it's Category 4, then it makes landfall at a tropical storm. Let's just hope that's what happens. And it's just, is it natural or is it unnatural? I mean, we all have our own view on that one, but I was checking out some the wind turbine maps, and them motherfuckers are ripping. So I don't know. I just always called those things when I was traveling and watching them suspect. They don't make any sense to be anything to do with electricity, really. It seems like it's more of like a weather modification tool, but yeah. And you notice the path is all along the coast, all the way up the United States. They want to erode and destroy every goddamn thing. So they want it all the way up. That's why you look at the path, it's going to ride that coast and go all the way up. It's going to go all the way up. And the Carolinas, I always feel bad. The Georgia, the Carolinas are going to be, they're going to be a lot of flooding. because Florida could handle all that rain for the most part. Just depends on how long it rains. It'll cause some flooding, but Florida can handle a lot of water, and definitely can handle a lot of wind. So nothing gonna happen against the chemtrail. That's right. You know, and you look at the radar. I was checking out Mike Morales last night. He was showing exactly how they was chemtrailing the shit out of they was chemtrailing the shit out of the skies over there. So that's pretty crazy, you know. But yeah, man, remember the 7-foot water flooding? Yeah, exactly. Level. Then most of the people in New York didn't know they were like, yeah, it rained, but we didn't know it was this big flood. Like, it's like they did a certain area. That was mind blowing, man. All the stuff that was showing on news, we thought New York City was underwater. Couldn't find out most of the people in New York didn't even know. They're like, what's flooding? I didn't even know. You know, so it makes you wonder, like, what the fuck was they doing? You know, crazy. That was crazy. Yeah, I remember that. He captured that shit. Like, they're showing us on the news all this flooding and all this crazy shit. But yeah, you got Lincoln, Karam on the ground. Like, what flood? It doesn't even look like it happened. Like, what was that? Was it a movie shoot? Or, man, we live in a weird ass reality. But yeah, man. What's good, Amber Lance? Wicked Future. So yeah. Like, anyway, shout out to all you guys. And yeah, man. So just hope everybody is feeling good, feeling safe. And also the videos I did yesterday, you know, with the situation. Shout out to my brother. You know, we still brothers. And we'll talk more about that at a later date. But you know, I took down the videos, you know, because, you know, like I said, man, you know, real men could talk things out, and that's exactly what happened. So, you know, I took it upon myself out of who I am. You know, a negative and a negative gives you an explosion, but a, you know, negative and a positive gives you balance. So, in no sense of keeping that shit going and stuff like that. So, you know, so that's beautiful. And yeah, we'll talk more about that later or whatever. Do a stream together or something, and you know. But yeah, so there's that. But other than that, as the world spirals out of control, big news, a lot of big news, internationally. There's just so much crap going on, man. It's like I was like, I took a break from it for a little while, but damn, it's like, when did this happen? When did that happen? When did this happen? Like, we're being fed so much information that, you know, we can't take it in at all. And, you know, they kind of like, you know, that's how they slip in all this different shit, you know, because there is so much information. There's so many platforms. There's so many ways to disseminate information. So, yeah, I'm like, when did they do that right there? I mean, it's crazy. So yeah, it's a lot of things going on, but I just wanted to come on live real quick, and, you know, everybody that's in Florida, you know, I spend long time in Florida, you know, so I'm always going to Florida. I'm actually due for another trip to Florida sometime soon. But you know, so all my Florida brothers and sisters, you safe, you know. Oh yeah, I gotta look into that. This was recently over China, Disney, Pixar, Bucks, and Anaheim. Yeah, because a lot of people don't know that the Chinese Communist Party is being taken down, and it actually involves the federal government. So there's a lot of in fighting going on, and yeah. So what's good, Kayla Decoder Talker? So yeah, so I just wanted to come on here and talk about that, and hopefully we'll touch back down later and see how bad this rain event is going to be. It's going to just produce a lot of water. Just like Trump said that one time, expose the whole shit. Yes, it's going to be a lot of water. It's going to be a lot of water. I'm telling you, like what they're doing. It's going to be a lot of water. How the fuck you know? What's good, Chris? What's good, Laz? And so yeah, that's why, and that's another thing. I took down all them videos because my brother contacted me, and we talked, and much respect to him for that. So that's where it's at. It is looking bad. You're in Ocala or somewhere down there. Ocala, I forgot how you spell it. But it's a lot of water, right? What's good, Angel? A lot of rain, right? It will be doom and gloom, climate change. Yeah, I think I think they took the mask off, and we're gonna go through climate change, and that's why it kind of like, is this gonna be what we normally see, or is it gonna be like, whoa, like wow, like they really dumping some fucking water and flood, and they could come on, see, this is all because of climate change, and push that agenda, from what I've seen in how these earthquakes, and then with the Mexico. If you guys get a chance, go look at the Mexico tornadoes. Them ain't no fucking tornadoes. That's that geostorm shit. Them ain't tornadoes that just start off the ground and whipping up, and there's no clouds above it. It's damn sunshine, maybe a gray cloud nearby. Go look at that shit, man. That shit's crazy. And they were all over this area in Mexico. Crazy as hell. That's that geostorm shit, And so that's what I look at, as I look at, okay, are they gonna really, and then there's gonna be another one that comes through the Gulf headed towards Houston and New Orleans after this one, and then another one will head towards the other side of the Gulf, and then they'll bring one up to the Carolinas and Georgia and Virginia and up to the New York City, New Jersey area, and just ravage all that shit. And they say, oh my God, what is going on this year? They already said, like Klaus Schwab, it's go time. You know what I mean? They said it, so they're just gonna ramp everything up, And what will it cause? It will cause shortage. It will cause displacement. They said people are gonna be angry. They said people are gonna be angry, and there's this thing that I've been researching, and it's called, this is how they're going to push this shit. All right, because this has been a long in the making. There is this There is, I never heard, it's called, I've been looking into it. It's called the Younger Dryas. The younger, like younger, but they call it Younger Dryas, which the name, there's something with the name. I haven't really dived into the research, but the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, all right, which is like the Centers for Disease Control for the weather, all right, is pushing this. So, okay, this is where this is where I'm like, this is why I'm like, okay, if the mask is off, are they going to push this climate change? Because the Younger Dryas is, they say about 14,500 years ago, the Earth's climate began to shift from a cold glacial world to a warmer interglacial state. Pathway through this transition, temperatures in the northern hemisphere suddenly returned to near glacial conditions. This near glacial period is called the Younger Dryas, named after a flower, Dryas octabatella, that grows in cold conditions and that became common in Europe during this time. The end of the Younger Dryas, about 11,500 years ago, was particularly abrupt. In Greenland, temperatures rose 10 degrees Celsius, that's 18 degrees Fahrenheit, in a decade. Other proxy records include Varvid Lake sediments, all right, in Europe also display these abrupt shifts. The Younger Dryas is clearly observable in paleoclimate records from many parts of the world. In the Caraccio Basin, North Venezuela, for example, temperature decreased about 3 degrees Celsius, which is 5.5 degrees Fahrenheit. Talk about the water. Basically, the Younger Dryas is going to be their climate change. All right. The Younger Dryas, what no one is talking about, July 19, 2022. All right. It's been being propagated the past 2 years from what I'm finding out from the research. All right. So, but it kind of like, it conflicts with their whole warming thing, because this is going into a cold shift. Like, so I don't know. It's just something that I've never really got into, and somebody sent it to me. So I started looking into it. I'm like, oh, okay, this links the climate change agenda, the Younger Dryas. And they're talking about effects on humans, the effects on geography, topography, our food, the way things are going to grow because of the shift. All right. Our food source is going to be affected, less oxygen. Okay. Which kind of makes sense. All right. They say less oxygen, that shit is alarming. They're saying they're going to be less oxygen. How do they know this? Like, where does that come from? Less oxygen, like the oxygen and the hydrogen ratio will change, the atmosphere, the pressure will change, and some of the things say that that like when the pressure changes, that means like altitudes, and you'll feel like you're at higher altitudes at lower altitudes. Like, these motherfuckers they're gonna literally try to take our air from us, man. So it's like, damn, this shit is all coming to play, man. Like, it's all this stuff is coming full circle. And it's like, how the fuck they gonna mention oxygen decrease? Like, come on, man. Like, these people, I mean, it's fucked up, man. And lack of sunlight, more gray days. I mean, all this shit, guys. We know what they want to do with the sun. So yeah, man, it's wild, man. So, but so this is one to pay attention to, because you never know. You know, we know they ain't got that energy for Mr. 19. We already see it. That energy's, we're in September. They don't have that energy for Mr. 19. I know they can ramp it up, but they don't have the energy for it no more. They done spent it out. Like they done took it as far as they can, and they kind of like, all right, we got whatever agendas we need to. Now we need to go in this aspect. Okay, it was only 15% successful. Well, guess what, guys? 15% is a progression forward. Now we need to go over in this sector, which is climate change, which will create all the same scenarios and symptoms of Mr. 19, but in a different form. So now we can control them here. All right. And with this, we will gain a hand further in our agenda. All right. This is what they're doing, man. You know, this is what they're going to do. You know, and with this floods infrastructure, you know, they need the coastline. We got to remember, why do they need the coastline? You know, it's not what we think it is. You know, yeah, it's for, and that shit is for their PG too. They need these coastlines. They got to open up. They got to have some massive trading going on. You know, they gotta, they gotta start opening up some and rebuilding infrastructures. You know, this is what they got to do. You know, they got to have an infrastructure. So, hey, let's ravage the coastline and we'll build it, and we'll create a new infrastructure. You know, where there's ports, where there's tourism, and people can come. You know, people from those other countries. They can come over here. You know, I mean, these motherfuckers got some shit planned. You know, so I remember climate change. When you actually look into it, it's not actually climate change. They need to change the climate of humanity. That's what it's all about. They've even said it out of their own mouth. It's not about the climate changing. It's about us changing in the climate. We need to change in the climate, meaning we need to implement all these different things, restrictions and implementations and things we need to follow for climate change. So they're just telling you, we need to change you, motherfucker. You the climate. You know? So it's crazy. It really is, man. So, oh man. Yeah, arranging the weather. It's where we're at, man. These people are in go time, you know. On the bright side, guess what, guys? We'll see it all change. We'll see it all come down. We'll see the people, that doubted everything, that played along and watched sports and, just don't give a fuck about nothing but themselves. We'll watch those people. And then the weight will be off our shoulders. Like we told you this shit. We was conspiracy theorists, crazy nuts. We was the crazy uncle, the crazy dad, the crazy mother, the crazy aunt, the crazy sister. We were the crazy one. Now look at you guys, Don't look for me now. Where was you at before? When we was sounding the alarm. Nope. Oh, you lost your job? What the fuck? You lost your house? Oh, man. You know what? Hey, and that's where I've been at. I said that a long time ago. People need to lose shit to realize shit. Shit needs to happen drastically in life so people can change. That's the only way people change. Mr. 19 woke a lot of people up from those things alone. We woke up in our life because something happened to sit us down to reflect. So, like I tell everybody, don't come at me telling me, as harsh as it may sound, that oh man, I got fired from my job for not wearing a mask or for not taking the poison. And I say, good, about time. Now you got time to think, reflect, and analyze the situation. Well, I can't feed my family. I can't do this. I can't do that. Says who? You're telling yourself right now you can't do this. You can't do that. That's your own fault. Your heart's still gonna be pumping. Your lungs still gonna be going in and out. Your eyeball's still gonna be open. The only thing that could change is you. Now you actually got time to think about it. All right? Don't think about what's been lost. Think about why it's been lost. What'd you do? Then they start looking like, I did nothing. I'm not about to do that shit. All right. Well, there you go. Now you got to ask yourself, what kind of reality are we living in where if you didn't do that, you just lost your ability to survive? Now you need to look into that and look into why that's happening and wake your ass the fuck up, you know? And that's what it's all about. And that's why waking people up is so hard, is because of comfort. And that's already know most people that listen or come back are the ones who something doesn't happen now. Oh shit. You know, and I don't like the fixers. I don't fuck with fixers. You know, they call me up. Yo, man, I just got pulled over. Yo, man, I'm going through this in court. Yo, man, you know, I know you know this child support shit and this custody stuff. Yo, man, I'm going. Nah, you know what? All I could do is just tell you, like, yo, do this, do that, do this. That's it. I'll give you my voice. I ain't give you my time and energy because you just want a quick fix to go back to the matrix. Nah, we're not doing that. I don't got nothing. Nah, I'm good. And I'm going to let them know. I tell them, like, yo, you ain't trying to learn this shit. It's a lifestyle. It's not a quick fix and go back doing the same shit. That's a slap in the face. That's trying to buck the system. That's trying to, like, you know, it's like a cheat code, you know, which you're only cheating yourself because you're going to go right back and indulge in the same bullshit. So, it is what it is. Paul enslaved as your daddy. A real man defends themselves. Okay. Do you think the government doing this to the people? Do I think the government is doing this to people? Of course they are. But people are doing it to themselves at the same time. Government doesn't do that. Look at Mr. 19. Government doesn't do anything. You know, we do it to ourselves, you know? And that's the thing people don't realize. I mean, yeah, the government does it, but it's indirectly. We do it to ourselves. We sign up for it, you know? We sign up for it. So, I didn't read no comments, so. Yeah, he gonna. Why is it gonna stream tonight? I'm gonna go on there. We're gonna chop it up and talk about it. You know, I talked to Wise yesterday, and you know, I mean, I could only take that shit straight to the heart. You know, so that's what I did, and that speaks volumes. And yeah, man, that's beautiful. But anyways, yeah, the government don't do shit to us. We do it to ourselves, you know. We wrap ourselves into all this bullshit, you know. That's what it truly is, man. You know, when you sit back and you understand what's going on, we do all this shit to ourselves. Every action in our life, we actually done it to ourselves. Just look at your life right now. Everything around you, you did it. Nobody else did it. We're our own unit, our own person. All right. Even in law, they call us person. Well, they're actually telling us we're pieces of the sun. All right. Yeah, they're telling us, but slickly using it and manipulating us at the same time, you know. But we are actually doing all of the stuff to ourselves. Mr. 19, no one did anything to anybody. They did what they had to do because they controlled that, and they control your reality in your life. So therefore, it affected you. If they told you, if you're working in their shit and they say, you got to do this, guess what? They let you know who's running the show. They shut the whole world down. So they say, you know, I wasn't shut down. You guys know with them rocking out with me, I lost the channel, but I was all over the free land of the United States. Free. I ain't never cruising down the highway, you know, gas like busting $1 and some change, guys. Y'all remember? Shit, diesel was like $1.88 or some shit. Man, boy, we riding. You know, nobody, none of the woolly-haired, hoof-having masses around. You know, you going out into nature, going to the beautiful beaches, and guess what? No one was there but people that actually kind of knew something. You know, you had conversations. You know, you didn't see the fucking woolly-haired, hoof-having sheep because they were too scared, stuck in the fucking house behind the walls. You know, it was beautiful if you ask me. You know, it was beautiful to see. And no traffic. You know, see how people react. It was like, what the fuck? You know? And the one thing, that blessing that I've gave my family at the time was they didn't have to go through the motherfucking fear of the fucking, of some shit that ain't exist. They didn't have to go through that. You know? We didn't do that. We didn't play that game. You know? And they'll grow up their whole life and say, yeah, we didn't go through that. We didn't have to live in fear. We didn't do that. We didn't wear a mask. We didn't do that. You know, we didn't get poked up and stoked up. We weren't in school going through all that bullshit. You know, we were saved, you know. So, you know, that's the beauty side of it. You know, when they said only thing that I had to do was, I'm like, man, what the fuck? Because these people panicking, the fucking shelves going empty. So what do we had to do? Stock up. We stocked up for up to a year. And we left. We like, yo, fuck it. I'm not about to be stuck up here in fucking February, freezing my ass off in the cold, not knowing what the fuck gonna happen. No, I need to strategically place myself where somewhere, like, I had this shit all figured out, guys. Trust, I had this shit figured out as best of my ability. Like, yo, I'm not about to be stuck up here. I don't know what these fucking psychopaths is doing, but shit, I was ready, you know. And when I left Rochester, New York, I told my family, I said, look, my exact words was, look at this place. When we come back, it's gonna be a whole different world. Mark my words. And that's exactly what happened. Came back, it was a different world, man. Different reality. And we stayed where we was at for fucking 3 months on a beautiful beaches, 80-degree weather. Everybody like, where the fuck y'all at, in another country on an island? Shit, hell no. We was right down in South Padre Island, Texas. Beautiful place. You know, we hit 100 degrees in fucking February. You know, but right on the Gulf. Like every morning we out looking at the fucking dolphins, the jellyfish, the rays, you know, all the sea creatures, and getting all the oxygen. I'm like, I don't know what these fucking people putting in the air. Nothing. We need to be by water. Water surrounding us on both sides because it's an island. You know, if shit hit the fan, we was by water. There was a water source there. I'm like, yo, we gonna be all right. And we was literally 30 feet from the Mexican border, so, which was open the entire time. So, hey, it is what it is, man. You know, so that was like a blessing for me and my family, and they'll always have that growing up. Like, we ain't go through no, man. That was the best times of our life, you know. And yeah. So, also shout out to my daughter. It's her birthday today. You know, she hates me and despises me and doesn't ever want to see me again, according to what she said to Law Garden, which I know she didn't say that because she cried. And you know, when somebody says that and cry, it means they're hurt. That's a hurt feeling. That ain't a fake. That's not a place of anger. So we'll get to the bottom of that, but that's a whole nother story. But it's my daughter's birthday. She was born on, not birthed. Let me rephrase that. She was born on, and you're only born once, so it's actually her solar return. And you know, so yeah, she is 11 now, and one day she'll be back, and she'll be on here to contest, to mark my words, because it's already in my heart, and she'll be here on camera to rock out with you guys, you know. So yeah, shout out to her on her born day, you know, because only ships are birthed and only corporations are birthed. You know, we're not birthed, we're born. All right, even though they try to use it as a synopsis, but it's really not. So, you know, living beings, all right, whatever you want to call it, living beings record, all right? They don't register. So think about that shit. What are we registering for? No, we record. We need to, they record the live birth, but we register for the motherfucker. What kind of shit is that? We go register for a driver's license, sign up for it, and they record it, and they even tell you your driving record. So that means you're on record somewhere. So what you put on record? Well, you put on that you're a motherfucking participant in a driver's license program because you registered for it to obey all the statutes, policy, and codes. All right. This is why they got a record. So it's being recorded. Well, you're supposed to be that record, you know? You're supposed to be that record. Hold on, guys. I gotta mute this for 1 second. Yeah, okay, I'm back, guys. Oh, hold on 1 more second. All right, so yeah, what's good, Wicked Future? Thank you, Angel. Thank you, Laz, Tap P. You know, um, thank you, Kayla Decoder. Every day's a treat. I'm here with y'all, so I'm already treating myself today. You know, but hey, man, I'm not mad, man. One thing I learned how to do is die. You know how many times I done died in my life? So I can't be mad. I could only be, everything I do every day is for the future of all of us. Your kids, my kids, grandkids to come. That's what I do. I always look at everything in a positive light. Therefore, I don't got to worry about it. I don't shed no tears. I love them to death, and I live my life according to, you know, them and raising them all. I still got my other three, you know, I got my other three that are, you guys see every day, you know, I deal with assimilation. Yeah, exactly. Either way, when your heart is in it and you're true and you're pure, the truth is always going to come out. My daughter's going to be back no matter what. I mean, her mom could only have instilled this much hate inside of her. It's only affecting her. She's the only one that's going to be hurt by it. She's hurt, and then the guilt is going to still be on, the mom. I mean, it just is what it is. I mean, but it's shit. What can I say? I live my life the way I live it, with pure intentions of love and understanding, so how could that be deemed wrong? And now to see the whole 360, they're back in school, a public school at that. I mean, they ain't seen a public school ever in their life. You know what I'm saying? They never been in a public school in their life, you know? Um, so it's like, shit, you know, like a real public school. Think what? Kindergarten? No, I can't remember. They was in private school their whole life, and then they was homeschooled. So for them to be thrown into a public school, right into the beast, where the beast is capturing every fucking body right now, especially the young ones, that's crazy. And y'all done seen the woman on here rocking out like she was, awake and conscious and aware. And then, when I found out in court, she's even got him back at a pediatrician. So I know in order for them to even get in school, they had to get the you-know-whats, the pokem-dokums, because we stopped that long ago, long ago, And we even knew the ramification of, we seen it when our daughter got this one shot. She was like this animated, so outgoing. And then after she got this shot, she was never that anymore. Like, it was the weirdest shit ever. And then we do that shit for years. It's crazy. It's a fucking crazy, yo. But hey, I can't call. All I could do is say, hey, man, my battle is still going on, Ain't nothing I could do about it, I could only do what I can do. Like, I come on here all the time. Anybody got their kids in school is fucking crazy. It's not my choice. But guess what? I'm right back in the fight again, And I'm going to fight as much as I can and do it that way, So it's crazy, man. Put them in a fucking public school, and the one public school I was at the motherfucking the damn school board meetings to see what they're doing in the school. With other parents that was concerned and standing up to this shit. Like, I was there, live streaming this shit. I went to 4 of them here locally, And what I saw was mind-blowing. Yet, yes, some are worse than the other, and that was one of the worst ones. What they're doing to kids with this agenda shit. They're not teaching them school no more. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking crazy, man. It is crazy, guys. No, it ain't no. It's a motherfucking jungle school. It's a public school, state-run, meaning state agenda. It's not a charter school. It blew my mind. I'm like, damn. I mean, do a 3. You just went, and it's all out of hatred towards me for some reason, because it's that energy is going against everything that is righteous. But hey, I ain't got to deal with that. That sits with that person. I'm gonna be all right. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be okay. I ain't worried about it. I mean, at least if it was like a private school, like I would be like, yo, But it's all good. All right, Hyde, you're in Florida. Hope everything is, it's all good, man. But yeah, guys. So, man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. But anyways, shout out to all you guys. And yeah, man, we're just in a bad state. And I say this for other people to get out of that state. There's a lot of things I've corrected, but it's a battle that I'm still dealing with every motherfucking day. So we're all in this shit. I have balance. I have my enjoyment in this reality. Best as I can. One of the things I can't control is the motherfucking son that I haven't seen. Well, son too. I haven't seen my son or daughter, but I'm talking about the son above. I haven't seen that damn thing in like a few days. It might have peaked out the other day for a minute, but damn, man, sun deprivation is real. It's cloudy as all hell today. It ain't gonna be a peak of sun today at all again. And then it's getting darker earlier. So, But yeah, man. Like I said, we're all going through it, and we in this slave capacity. We're in slavery and servitude, and we just going and we think it's the way it's got to be. But like I said, going back to the whole government thing, government ain't doing shit to us. Only time government does shit to us is when we actually break it down. Well, what the fuck? They just doing what they thought they were supposed to be doing. I mean, they get out of hand sometimes with these fucked up officers and shit that fuck people up. That's different. That's the individual officer acting in a unrighteous capacity. But the government uses them to enforce contracts that your ass signed up for. You know what I'm saying? So all the shit that happens to us is our doing, man. Just going back to Mr. 19 and what I said. Shit. They didn't do anything to us. All of our own brothers and sisters was telling us to wear the mask, was yelling at us, telling us we gonna die, telling us fuck you, hope you die and shit. You know? That wasn't the government out here saying that. You know? Some of these people called the government on your ass. So these are actually government agents. They work for the government. They called the other agents that really couldn't do nothing, but out of emotion, they came and actually started doing shit. You gotta go, you gotta leave, sir. You're gonna be charged with trespassing. Now look, motherfuckers is clean wiping stores out. Going in, cleaning stores the fuck out. Now look, I got my brothers that, shout out to Creative Pizza. Come up here, tell me, now all they could do is give a person a goddamn ticket. And they could stay in here. It's us, how we get them out. What the fuck happened in a few months? Cops was removing people from diapers on their face. What? What kind of reality we living in? Yeah, you're gonna get charged with trespasses. God forbid you was going in the governmental building. Shit, you wasn't going in there unless you wore a disguise. A tyranny disguise. And now you got motherfuckers that can go in and just do whatever the fuck they want, and the police can't even do shit. Come on, man. This shit is crazy. I'm literally a police chase yesterday, one last night. This shit, you never used to see police chases. Now they're everyday occurrence. Why? Because, hey, criminals know. Fuck it, man. They don't catch us, we good. And when they do catch us, we back out. So we're going to steal all the cars we want because we ain't really going to get in trouble. Because it's just, we ain't hurting nobody. So we can't get in trouble. So, yeah, it's crazy, man. Exactly. It's an artificial, manufactured, fucked up ass reality. Really is, man. That's why I like doing what I do, man, because I feel like I create a ripple effect, especially when I stand on, removing myself from their bullshit and realize, yeah, okay, well, now you can't do that to me. Fuck you talking about? Because I'm not rocking out with your the name that y'all took over and made a corporation, and we got to sign everything. The reason why we signing everything because we showing we're fucking Walmart, Target, Nike, Gatorade, Samsung, Apple. That's all we're doing. That's all we're doing. You notice ain't nobody got a sign on their fucking house. Why ain't you got a sign on your house? Because that's private. It's private. It's private property. It's supposed to be yours. It is, but it really ain't. Because you look around, don't nobody got no trespassing signs with a code that backs up. If you come on this property, you're subject to this A, B, C, and D. That's private property. That's some different shit, But don't nobody got that. But like I'm saying, don't nobody have a sign on their house, all right, that they gotta put up, because that's private. What they make you? They made you a public corporation. That's why you gotta sign everything. Signed here on the dotted line. Well, you just showed that you are that public corporation. You're Apple, you're Nike. That's all they're doing to you. It's that simple to look at it. All right. That's why they say sign here. Well, you're putting your sign on it. You're showing you, just like if you get a business, you got to put a sign up to let them know, okay, that's that business right there. All right. Same shit with you. You're a fucking walking corporation. You're a corporate entity. You got to unwind and untangle the fucking web of bullshit that we've been put into. It's like Neo and the Matrix, the same shit. We plugged in. We got to unwind ourselves through the code and all that shit. Think about it's all code, statutes, all right, which go with status. And it's crazy, man. It's really crazy, man. It's really crazy. It's really crazy. Look at the terms of your mortgage home insurance. They can enter your home. Exactly. 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 Just look at your deed. Go look at the contracts. They didn't loan you anything for the house, but they own the house. Ain't that crazy? You get a house, you don't even own the shit. They don't even give you anything. They actually you're actually the one who brought them in on the deal. Ain't that crazy? Because ain't no money. Money don't even exist. So how the fuck they give you anything? No, they opened up a credit line. That's all they did with you. In a nutshell, it's credit. They opened up a credit line with your ass. All right. And that's why they call you up. You want to refinance your home? Well, fuck you think they doing? They're making all the money. They're just saying, here, you got this over here. We got $2, $3, $4 million. We letting you rock out over here in your house that you think you're on, paying us. And paying us interest and then refinancing for even more. So we're fucking you up the ass. You know? That's the game, man. It's crazy, man. It's so crazy. But back down to us as an individual, that's what we are, walking corporations. So we go and signing contracts, getting in bed with other companies and shit. Then they suing us. That's all that's going on the streets. Oh, you go get electric bill. You just signed a contract with these people. They got an account with you. How the hell an electric company have an account with you? That means there's money involved. That there's a business relationship. What are you benefiting? Oh, you get electricity. How? That's not a benefit. What do you mean that's a benefit? The electricity is a benefit? Nah. Go ahead and disconnect your electricity and see if it's a benefit. No, you're going to tell you you're required. How could you be required to have something and then it be a benefit that you got to pay for it? Think about how crazy this shit is. It's simple, stupid when you look at it. Water. All right, fuck your water. I don't want to pay your. I don't want no contracts in your water bill. Come turn the bitch off. I'll get my own water. And who is it? Well, it's the Department of Health and it's the Department of Social Services Child Protection Union. You don't have any running water on. What the fuck you talking about? I got more water than anybody on this fucking street. What do you mean? And it's clean. You want to test it? Test my water and everybody else. No, it's unsafe conditions. You're hereby served with a summons. I mean, how the hell is this? This is just craziness. And they even call it, and I don't know in your area, in Rochester, it's called the Water Authority. So they telling you right up Schitt's Creek, they got authority over your water. I was battling these motherfuckers for years. Bitch, you ain't coming in here and putting no meter in here. No, this old ass meter that's in the house, stay in here. Get a warrant to come in and change it if you can. Never did. Kept that same old ass, broken ass meter. You know? Crazy, man, how fucked up we are, you know? I've been through a lot of shit with these people, man. Because once I woke up and figured all this shit, I'm like, I don't like none of it. That's why people think I'm crazy when I say I want to quit the game. I want to go over to a country where I can have everything that I need and ain't need shit from nobody. You know, I already know there's a place where I can go where the water comes out of the fucking ground. Clean, natural water. I already know. I don't want to grow the fucking garden. I want to be in the garden that's already there, and that's where I want to be. You know, I want to go to where, damn, I didn't have to build it. It's here. All I got to do is maintain it. Damn, God, you're beautiful. And then the home is self-sustainable. So I don't. And then if I got enough slave tickets from the raffle fair of slaving, I can go to the fair and say, look, I got the big prize. Can I have this piece of property with this house on it? Here's my raffle tickets. Okay. Boom. Okay, I own it now, right? Yes, you do. Down here, you actually own the fucking home. The only time we'll ever need it is if we have to use it for the greater good of the people, all right? And no, the police aren't going to come running up through your house without no justified fucking reason. If we do come to the house, we're going to ask you if we can come in, all right? And then once you do that, what's the taxes? $30 a year. Holy shit. I'm going to pay it for the next 30 years. Here, there you go. What else? That's it, sir. You're all free. Go. Boom. Now I don't got to pay a mortgage. I don't got to pay no fucking insurance. All right. Because that shit is optional. All right. And I don't got to pay for water. I don't got to pay for electricity. And I'm in my garden. Who the fuck am I paying now? I'm paying homage to the creator. Thank you for letting me be here. I could die tomorrow and I'm happy. They can come drop a fucking nuclear strike on me. I don't care. They can drone strike me. I'm good. I made it. I don't owe nobody nothing no more. I'm here. I pay homage to you. That's obtainable in my reality and my vision, and I've been shown it. So I want to get there one day. You know, I'm just going through the bumps and bruises to get there. You know, that's my vision. You know, I don't have no other vision. I don't want to build a garden. I want to move to the garden. You know, that's my thing. I love gardens and I love nature, but I don't want to build one because I know that I may have to move from that garden. So I want to go to where if I gotta move from the garden because weather or some shit destroyed it, oh damn, there's another garden over there. You know, I want to go to where fuck, I could just look and I'm like, damn, everything I eat is on the ground. It's in abundance. Holy shit. They're selling this to us in America for this much. And it's just dropping on the floor, rotting away over here. What the fuck? I'm in paradise. I'm in heaven. I'm good. I don't need anything, you know? And I guess what? I'm not going to fucking freeze to death in 20 feet of snow and die, you know? I might roast in the sun, you know, but I can get under some shade. So, you know, it is what it is. Sorry, guys, I went off on a rant there, you know, but you know, it's what it is, man. We're in slavery and servitude, you know, to a corporate entity, man, that not enough people are going to wake up to know, you know. Yes, that's my whole thing is a nomad, man. If I could live like that in them areas, I would, you know. I can go over here to this plot of land. I can go over here to this plot of land. Damn, you know. And I've been like that all my life. I don't like really to stay at one spot. I've always been like that. I don't like. It's always been in my blood to always want to experience another region and another region, and another area. You know, maybe it's because my spirit is. Once I get to there, I'm like, oh my God, I'll never leave this fuck. I'm in heaven. I could die here tomorrow and be all set. You know. So, oh man, but learning so much about what's outside of me, shit, even here right now in the Northeast, I got food every fucking where. You know, shout out to Linda. She showed me like Chinese medicine. I'm like, what? Even that? You know, the other day we ate some greens she got from the Chinese market. I'm like, these are good. I never had it. They're really pungent and strong. What is it? She goes, it's Chinese medicine. I'm like, we eat all this stuff and we don't even know. And I go look it up. It is a medicine for blood circulation, digestive, your liver, you know, help boost your immune system, cancer causing. I'm like, I never knew this. No wonder why these people are so goddamn healthy and we're not, you know, because we don't eat our medicine. We eat the opposite. And then you know why they did it like they did. You really can't eat nothing. Now I go to the grocery store, there's really nothing to eat. Because, you know, we've been going to the Asian market a lot. So our Asian market groceries are way bigger now than our regular supermarket groceries because it's unconsumable almost, you know? It's crazy, man. And the thing about also, when you start getting into the Chinese and their culture, if you go to the right spots, they don't have to say it's organic. They're just growing it. They're like, what do you mean? They don't know about putting fucking chemicals in their shit. That's not even in their thought process. So I'm like, it doesn't say organic. You know, I don't know about that one. She looking at me like I'm fucking stupid and crazy. I'm like, she's like, what? You know, and then she's shown me. They just do this stuff. But if it's like a corporation thing, then when they market, they gotta say it's organic. But when you go to like these little markets, they're like, shit, this shit growing in one of their fucking backyards somewhere. They don't put chemicals on the shit. They just grow it. And I'm like, oh my God, it just makes it now, because now I go to the grocery store, it's worse than it was before. You know, what I knew 6 months ago, I know way more now. I'm like, I ain't going to the grocery store. I just go get distilled water, a couple pieces of fruit, and shit. We had the Asian market getting the vegetables and shit, you know, because they don't do that. It's just not something they do. Some do, but I'm just talking about what she's showing me or the route she's on. They don't do that shit. And it's crazy, man. It's really fucking crazy. And then to learn all outside of me all this time, I'm looking at these bushes and shrubs and shit we like to cut and destroy out of our yard. Like, damn, I could eat that if I got to. That's a fucking meal right there. You know, heat it up in the winter. Some of this shit grows in the winter. Heat it up in the winter, hit some salt, some little seasoning and shit, some Himalayan salt, some sea salt, a little bit of coconut oil or some olive oil or some shit like that, and real light, and boom, you got you a meal. So I don't even care. When there's a panic this time, I'm gonna go get some shit for my indulgence of the world, But I know if that ever runs out, we still gonna be all right. We're never gonna fucking starve. And once I realized that, I don't give a fuck no more. You know what I'm saying? Because you realize you can eat so much outside, and it's crazy. And then with medicine, I'm like, fuck, I don't even give a shit about medicine. I literally never knew it in my life, been in Rochester all my life. Here I got a whole park that almost 30 to 40% of all the herbs that I get is in this fucking park, man. I could not believe that, Jim. And I'm like, what the hell? I can go there and take some bark. I could take some of the leaves that fall on the ground, and it's every year it's going to be there. And in the winter, there's other stuff that grows. It's mind-blowing, man, how nature provides everything we need if we actually look into it. Even here in the Northeast, there's going to be greens that are growing in that park that is actual medicine to get through the fucking winter, to keep your body running. It's crazy, man. It's really crazy. So, but hey, man, I love the lifestyle I chose, the way I eat. I don't eat anything living. Well, animals and shit. I eat all the stuff that is basically provided for us, And even though I know and understand that really the green was for the animals, but I'm not in the environment where I could just survive off of fucking fruits and shit. And my DNA probably isn't even built like that anymore. But I've done it. I've done those fasts. And if I do ever get in that environment, shit, you better believe that's what I'm eating, and I'll incorporate some greens, but most of the greens is left for the plants, but we can eat it. Our body is that good, So, and a lot of the green is like the medicines for us. So what we're actually supposed to be doing is on a fruit type diet. And then with some of the greens, certain ones, those are the ones that balance us out. Because just like animals, some animals get sick. All right. They'll go eat a lot of, like dogs, they eat grass, cats. I forgot what they go eat. I think they eat the same thing. Well, what are they? They're yearning for something that's going to go into their stomach and kill whatever that's going on with them. Other animals in nature eat certain things too, and it's like, wow, as I watch these squirrels burying all their nuts all over the place. So, yeah, man. And a lot of the herbs, the herbal medicines are coming from trees that bear fruits. You know what I'm saying? Remember, fruits, they tricked us. They thought, oh, fruits are just this. But no, fruits is anything with a seed in it, that can recreate and grow. That's what fruits is. And meat, when you really look up the word what meat is, it's not fucking flesh and flesh and bones and stuff like that. So, I'm glad, that I learned all the stuff I did learn, because it takes a lot of stress away. And I know, when I need something, I know, okay, I'm gonna go to the medicine. I don't gotta go to the fucking pharmacy. I don't gotta go to the doctor and have them tell me, oh, well, we don't really know. It could be this or it could be that, and this and that. But it's always wise to get a checkup and blood work. It's something we can't really do. But see, if we did understand these ancient practices, we would never need a doctor, because my last person I used to go to, he's dead now. That's a whole nother story. He died a few months ago. His name was Saddam Targety. He was a holistic doctor. They didn't need nothing to tell you your blood was wrong. He was treating cancer patients, diabetic patients, Alzheimer's patients, people with leukemia, all kinds of shit. He ain't never had to do none of that shit, because they can understand your blood. They can understand your liver, your spleen, everything, from touching you, from looking at your tongue, from touching your veins and shit, just pushing on your stomach, literally you could stick out your tongue and tell you what's wrong with your body. That shit's amazing, man. Think about ancient medicine is the most powerful medicine, because that's what was before there was technology. Think about it. If we had all this knowledge, we wouldn't need them, period. Totally. We having births at home or wherever the fuck we at. We don't need them for nothing. You know what I'm saying? If we had the knowledge, true knowledge is true power. If we learned all this shit, and this is why I study, the human body, medicine and stuff like that, because hell? Oh my God, what's wrong with us? Oh my God. Well, the right motherfuckers that they still do in these old countries, they don't need all that. They like, yo, this is stuff that humans do, and this is stuff that happens to humans. So here, you treat it with this. They know you got something with here. Here, okay, you got high blood pressure or whatever. They know how to do all this without computers, without X-ray machines. All right. They know this. These motherfuckers learn. They know how to do surgeries. All right. It's crazy, man. It's really crazy. Like one thing I learned. All right, a C-section in real Chinese is way different from America. Pregnancies are different in Chinese than in America. You know. And I found out that Asian women, I didn't even know this, are different from other women in the world. I never knew that shit. You know, like their pregnancies are shorter. I never knew that. Like I'm like, wait, what? They're shorter, all right, and the recovery period is longer, all right. And I'm like, the shit is just mind blowing, man. Shit with the umbilical cord, you know, it's up to them if they wanted to close and on its own or have it cut off like, you know, the new age traditional shit. Because how it's supposed to happen is the baby comes out and you leave that on until it cuts itself off, because they clip all that nutrients that goes to the baby at birth, you know, but they leave it on. And that's why the recovery is way longer. They leave that on till that is closed. What it does is it comes out and it'll slowly get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller until it dries out and close off from the mom. Shit is crazy. I never knew this. I'm like, wow, they fuck us royally, man. They fuck us royally. That's why they birth us. They like clip, snip, cut us from the umbilical cord, slap the baby on the mom. Hey, smile. Then come get your foot on the motherfucking stamp because we got us some new product. Yay, be happy, smile. Take pictures. Here, the pictures are coming. Yay, look at my new baby. I got the new clothes. Da da da. Meanwhile, these people with tradition, they still chilling. Baby still connected. And they rock it out, and it's crazy, man. It's fucked up. That's probably cuts off 20 years to our life that we don't even know, you know? I mean, that's just crazy. Like, you know, the stuff that I learned, man, you know, I don't know. I don't know how, but hey, I call it a blessing, you know, to get so much more knowledge on certain things, you know? So they literally clipped that shit, guys. They cut it, man. When I saw this, I'm like, damn, yo, there's still blood going. There's still nutrients going from the mom. Yo, this is fucked up, man. You know? So, yeah, man. That's why the recovery period is like 3 months, you know, 60 to 90 days, man. You know, fuck what? America, they back out in 3 days. They back out. Shit. Like, wow. You know? It's fucked up, man. It's crazy. It really is crazy. I never knew some of the shit. But anyways, you know, yeah. Look at the squirrels running. But anyways, I'm about to get up off here. But man, shout out to all you guys. And what's good? John Bryant, Amber, or Meta, Sean. Miss Brooks, Laz V, John, Truth Vibration Podcast, Citizens Broadcast. Shout out to all you. Aztec Ruler 11. Who else? All right. Rick James, Kimmy, Kayla Decoder was on here earlier. Brother Cuts dropped in. He's probably working. M Sexy. Yeah, I guess that's Sexy. Hade. Let's see how far back up. Stop right there because I cut out of it. Shout out to all you guys. Angel. Shout out to Angel. And yeah, I'm about to get up off here, man. Talk to y'all later. Stay safe down there in Florida. I don't like to use the word safe, but fuck it. I mean, the safes can be broken into, but, be well. Stay prepared. I know they're shutting off the fucking power down there like they do everywhere else. But, yeah, man. It's fucked up what they do to us. They can control the weather, but magically they let hurricanes come aboard because insurance going to make money. Big corporations going to make money. Selling shit, Home Depots, Walmart, everybody that sells anything to do with battening down the hatches is gonna make big money. And then all the insurance companies that people been paying and shit and getting higher every year, they make their money. Oh God, it's just a barrel of shit that we all in. Everybody could prosper but us. The ones that are living in the reality, the only ones that don't fucking prosper. This should be a nation like Kuwait where we got our own oil, our own energy, our own fucking everything is here. The jobs, everything we buy, it's here. My uncle made that shirt. Yo, man, my cousin was making them J's. They about to drop any day. I mean, if y'all want to indulge in all this shit, it's all made here. People getting paid. These companies, fuck these companies, man. They should be over here. It's crazy what they've done, man. But a new world order, hey, it's been in it for a long time, man. Shit, with all the technology now and everything, this is a nation that could float upon itself. What would you need from everybody else? You import all the shit that you can't. You want to go green, cut the fucking ties off. Fuck it. We don't need, all right, we over here now. Motherfucker can ride a horse from Alaska, goddamn, to the tip of South America if need be. I mean, you really want to think about it, I mean, we here. So, I mean, hey, that's why I like the Belt and Road Initiative. Cut us the fuck off. Then we can figure it out. All these billionaires and trillionaires, they can go over there, When they try to bring it back up, don't settle. If this shit collapse and it all falls down and they come with their solution, say, no, we want our solutions. Y'all fucked up, man. Y'all fucked up big time. Have enough people saying, no, we don't want nothing y'all talking about. No. What do we want, guys? I don't know. We want to be free. We want to prosper. All right, let's start there at the bottom of the fucking barrel. Build this bitch back up from the bottom, not the top down. Something collapses, you build it from the bottom up. They're going to collapse the whole system, let's say. All right, United States, boom, done. They want to come in with the solution. The people at the top that help collapse and want to come in, and all the sheep say, yay, save us. When it should be, no, fuck that. Don't you see what happened? These are the same motherfuckers that did this shit. No, we need to start from the ground. We already here. How can it get any worse than this? We don't need you. Fuck you. No, we're not going. We don't want no. We don't want to play your game. We're already here. We'll figure it out. Build it back up. Just say no. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. The same people that want to fuck it up want to rebuild it. And the brain dead zombies and people just say, oh, you know what? I'll take that. Just give me my bit of freedom. I just want my couch and my TV on. That's it. And my food. When I go in the grocery store, where there's nothing fit for human consumption in the bitch, technically, just a small little section that you got to hunt for. It's like the Hunger Games. I got to go in and hunt. Every store I go in, it's like they move the organic section every fucking other day. I'm like, do they do this shit on purpose? Like literally, the organic section is always moved every time I go in the store. It's always in a different spot. Organic shit's always moved somewhere else. It's like, it ain't like playing a game because every time I come here, it's in a different spot. It'll say organic here. The next week it'll be over there and it'll be over there. And then it won't say organic and it'll be in the middle. And I'm like, man, they playing a game. How many of y'all experience looking for organic shit? It's never in the right spot. It's crazy. Maybe later I'll go shopping. I got to take you to the Asian market. I got to do an Asian market shopping. and I'll drop, hey, what's this right here? You know? So, Wicked Future, I feel that. Just went to the store. Yeah, the shit's always moved. Ain't that crazy? It's always in a different spot, you know? One thing, though, during the pandemic, shit, everything was out. But the shit we eat, you know, that was a good thing. All the water just wiped out. Getting wiped out. Oh, look at the distilled water still sitting there. Ain't that some shit? And then people caught on and started buying that shit up, you know. But it was there, readily and available. All the other shit was gone. But guess what was up there? Distilled water. That's the stuff you put in your battery. That's the stuff you use for cleaning. Yeah, well, maybe you don't realize that's pure fucking H2O. You know, it's in a plastic jug, which is the downfall, but you just transfer it out of there or you just drink it quick. Or, you know, it is what it is. We gotta battle our own demons. You know, hopefully I got some shit in my body that's like, okay, you're not gonna get whatever's leaching off in that shit, you know. All right, guys, I gotta go, man. Love y'all and peace and love.